This is CBS News Chicago.
There will be consequences for the violence. We will not let criminal activity ruin and harm our city.
Right now at 4 o'clock, Mayor Brandon Johnson fed up and calling for federal help after more than 100 people are shot across Chicago over the 4th of July holiday weekend.
President Joe Biden remaining defiant and resisting calls to leave the presidential race. His letter to Congress reassuring Democrats that he is the right man for the job.
And now that the checkered flag is flown, we are examining whether the NASCAR street race was a win for Chicago. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jim Williams.
And I'm Marie Saavedra. Welcome to the debut of our new Street Sign studio.
You can see us right here live, right in the heart of the Loop at Washington and Dearborn. We'll show you around in a little bit, but first we have storms headed our way. Let's bring in First Alert meteorologist David Yeomans.
Hey guys, so nice to see you in person again.
Hi.
We've been apart for so long, yeah. And the forecast does look nice out there right now, but storms are approaching for some of us this evening, and it only gets more interesting tomorrow. Let me show you what we're talking about. This is the much discussed Hurricane Beryl, now a tropical storm, but on this water vapor image, you can see all that moisture in the atmosphere coming our way. This is actually going to contribute to some heavy tropical rain locally late tomorrow into early Wednesday. Late tomorrow, a 1 or 2 out of 4 risk of flooding in our area. That risk actually goes up for some of us early Wednesday. So there's a lot more to discuss over the next few days. We'll do that coming up in just a moment. In the meantime, it's a warm summer day, 84, feeling like 87 with some breaks of sun. A couple storms are trying to develop west of Chicago, most failing in doing so. But in Newton and Jasper counties, a couple heavy thunderstorms with dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. When we expect the tropical rain to begin and how much falls near you, coming up in First Alert Weather.
See you in a few moments, David. Thank you.
Now to a violent holiday weekend in Chicago. Despite police declaring all hands on deck, more than 100 people were shot over the long weekend. 19 of them died.
Megan Hickey joins us live in the newsroom with more on how police and the mayor's office are responding. Megan?
Right, Jim and Marie. It was a longer than normal 4th of July weekend, with CPD responding to 74 shootings from Wednesday morning until midnight last night. To give you some context, Friday, July 5th was the single most violent day in Chicago history since the unrest in Chicago after the death of George Floyd.
Chicago police have a warning for people looking for love on dating apps,
where they say that a robber's using those apps to target unsuspecting victims. Then Beryl is finally losing steam after battering Texas, leaving millions without power. We're looking at the dramatic flooding and tracking its path as it moves north.
And a big honor for a Chicago police officer who made the ultimate sacrifice for the city he served. What's being done to make sure he's never forgotten.
Brought to you by National Louis University.
This is CBS News Chicago.
Tropical storm Beryl is battering the Gulf Coast right now. It made landfall in Texas earlier today as a Category 1 hurricane, killing 2 people.
Emergency crews made more than a dozen high water rescues, including this man who drove into floodwaters in South Houston. Beryl pounded parts of Texas with high winds and heavy rains. Survivors are now assessing the damage. .org.
Erica and Joe are back from their trip outside the new studio.
Yes. My watch just already scratched the new desk.
Well, don't tell the people. We weren't going to break anything.
Mom,
This is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
I guess not.
Oh, you Kristen did. Out there at the desk. Great job, guys.
How was it outside?
Great. It was interesting to see how many people stopped and waved and took pictures.
I know.
Yes, honked.
It's really fun.
This is going to be a good time.
We hope our viewers come out. So if you're seeing us today,
and fire will somehow get into the
We need a DJ out there. That's a great idea.
that's the next step. We'll put that into the
Baby steps.
Baby steps, right.
Thanks, guys.
Well, coming up on the CBS 2 News at 5, a convenience store damaged by fire, but police say someone did it intentionally with fireworks.
And new reports, a top Parkinson's expert visited the White House. What the Biden administration is saying about that next.
We love Chicago. It's that simple. That's why you can find us on your street, at your favorite spot, in your corner, around the clock, uncovering the news that moves us all and moves our city forward. We've always been here, and we've never been easier to find. CBS Chicago, for the love of Chicago.